It was Friday afternoon, and Leo had just finished school when his phone buzzed. Excitedly, he answered it. It was his friend, Marco. "Don't forget about the camping trip," Marco said enthusiastically. "Make sure to bring your sleeping bag and a flashlight." Leo loved camping trips. The idea of spending the night outdoors under the stars excited him, but he couldn't help but wonder why he needed a flashlight. However, the thought quickly faded as excitement filled his mind. After grabbing a quick snack packed by his dad, Leo couldn't wait to go. When he got to Marco's house, the boys were greeted by Marco's mom, who had prepared Leo's favorite dinner, spaghetti and meatballs. They chatted happily about their plans for the weekend. Just then, Marco's dad walked in with a grin. "The tent is all set up," he announced. "The tent?" Leo asked, suddenly feeling a bit uneasy. "Yes, we'll be sleeping outside tonight. It'll be awesome," Marco replied. Leo swallowed hard. Camping outdoors was thrilling, but the thought of spending the night in the dark made him nervous. The city where Leo lived was bright and filled with sounds at night, but the countryside felt eerie and silent. As the sun disappeared and darkness enveloped the area, they ventured outside. To Leo's surprise, there was no moonlight. Darkness surrounded them, and the tall shapes of trees swayed in the wind. Once inside the tent, they zipped up the door and nestled into their sleeping bags. "Turn on your flashlight, Leo," Marco urged. "It's time for scary stories." Just then, Leo heard a rustling noise outside the tent. "What was that?" he asked, feeling anxious as he sat up. "It's probably just a raccoon," Marco reassured him. "A raccoon? It sounds scary," Leo replied, pulling the sleeping bag closer around him. Marco chuckled softly. "Don't worry, Leo. It's okay to be scared. Everyone feels that way sometimes." The tension eased a bit, but Leo still couldn't shake his fear of the nocturnal wilderness. He took a deep breath and tried to think of something else. "What should I do to feel better?" he asked. "You can do 3 things," Marco said. "Look, listen and imagine. First, let's look around. What do you see?" Slowly, Leo's eyes adjusted to the darkness, and he began to see shapes. To his surprise, what he thought were scary objects were just trees. The darkness transformed as the moon peeked out from behind clouds, revealing a blanket of stars above. "Now listen," said Marco. "What do you hear?" "I hear leaves rustling and maybe a bird," Leo said cautiously. "Exactly, and that's a nightingale singing," Marco explained. "There are lots of animals busy at night, just like in the city." "What do you mean?" Leo asked, intrigued. "Think about the city at night," Marco described. "There are people talking, laughing, and working. Just like that, the animals are active too. Bats fly around catching bugs, and there are creatures wandering the forest." "I never thought of it that way," Leo said, starting to feel more relaxed. "So, the night isn't so scary after all." "Right," Marco encouraged. "The darkness just holds many surprises. Remember, being outside can be fun." "Thanks, Marco," Leo beamed. "I'm glad we camped outside tonight. Can I sleep out here again tomorrow? It's actually kind of exciting."